Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jordan, and this week we've got me, Nick.
Ooh wee, baby, ooh wee.
And Jamie.
And
That was lame. This week we're going to be taking a look at Quietly Blowing It by His Golden Messenger, released in 2021. Recent album, and it was picked by Nick. Nick, would you like to of give us the intro of this album, what you thought about it, little speculation, not too much, so we can go into it
maybe
later,
why
but,
you picked it, maybe.
Yeah,
of course.
I basically said that.
Yeah, he actually did basically say that, Jamie. So you actually didn't need to say that.
Yeah,
oh, damn, I didn't need to interject. Sorry, I'll go.
Power hungry. He's power hungry, guys.
You lissy.
Wait. You licky.
Wait. That was pre-podcast
That should have been my fucking intro, but I didn't want to immediately turn away whoever was like, if this is a first time listener.
True, very true.
Even more of a reason to do it. You licky.
Anyways, I 50%. I picked this album because I was going to see this band in concert last week. All right, they were great. I loved it. Them and Jason Isbell in the 400 unit. Of course, I loved it. If you're a longtime listener of the podcast, Jamie and I both love Jason Isbell, and I'm also a big His Golden Messenger fan. But this is the first His Golden Messenger album we've ever done on the podcast, and this wasn't the one I put in my top 10 list. But honestly, it probably should have been, because I feel like I feel like after more thought, I do like it more than the one that I included in my top 10 list. The one
wasn't it kind of fresh at that time though?
Do what?
Wasn't it kind of fresh at that time though?
Yeah, this album was. Yeah. And I was like kind of doubtful whether I really liked it more than that album. That album is called Hallelujah Anyhow, and it's the first album I ever heard by His Golden Messenger. But
Ginny's in the Roses.
After Deliberation, Ginny of the Roses is the first song on Hallelujah Anyhow. But after Deliberation, I do think that this is my favorite His Golden Messenger album, probably. And I struggled not to pick his Christmas album, his holiday album, that came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I felt like it wouldn't be the best intro to his music. And
I also am kind of glad you didn't pick that.
Are you not a fan?
I don't know.
Oh,
I gotta do it some more. But
I love his original songs on the album. His original songs don't even really sound like Christmas songs that much. They just sound like
the first one. The first one on it. I forgot that I was listening to the Christmas album. It's a good song. I forgot I was listening to the Christmas album, and then it got to. I didn't make it very far, but it got to where he started doing like other Christmas songs. I was like, this style just doesn't fit for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not like his version of Silent Night. I still like it, but I like more traditional versions better.
I need to listen to the whole album.
Yeah, but he has original songs, traditional like Christmas Carol covers, and then also covers of like kind of obscure Christmas songs that most people wouldn't know. Like there's a song on there called the Hanukkah song, I think.
By you talking about by
It's not the Adam Sandler one.
Okay, never mind.
But I knew where you were going. Okay. I'm an Adam Sandler head. I'm a huge fan.
You're a sandhead.
Big sand guy. But yeah. Long story short, I love the album. It came out June of this year, and I've been playing it once a week ever since. So
he's from our neck of the woods, or the band's from our neck of the woods. What is his name? MC Hammer. What is it?
MC Taylor.
Taylor, there we go.
Yeah, he's the main constant core member, and I know him and his family live in Durham. The city itself is about 30 minutes from where I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. But he has kind of rotating other members of the band, but like also some long running members. But
bro, the cover of this album looks agrarian as shit.
It does, yeah. And he had and a lot of the songs add to the vibe, like painting houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many of the songs. But yeah, I just think he's an admirable guy.
He's a handsome ass dude.
Yeah, man. He wasn't like gaunt and like scary looking, but he was a thin guy when I saw him in concert, and he like came out on stage with his guitar. I was like, he's a slim dude. Like he looks like just a normally like averagely fit like person, like on all his on his album covers that he's on the front of. But he came out on the stage, and I was like, he's a slender fella.
Bro, he's got such a nice mustache.
Yeah. And I feel like our hair is remotely similar. Like we just put like gel in our fingers and just push it back. You know?
True.
But it's a style that works for sure.
Yeah. But yeah.
He looks much better with longer hair than with shorter hair than longer hair. I just saw a picture of him with longer hair.
Ooh.
You should keep the short thing going.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He looked a little different with the longer hair, you know.
It's kind of like when Scott Avett changed his hair a little bit. I was like, yeah, you should keep this, dog.
Yeah,
that
dog.
early Avett Brothers hair was not doing him any favors.
Yeah, that November Blue or that Country Was.
Country Was. Oh, yeah, it's painful a little bit.
He's on the album cover looking like that.
He's immortalized with that shit. Because November Blue's a banger of a tune.
It is. But yeah. I think I summarized it. He's I look up to him in a way. He believes in what he believes in, and amplifies that through his music. Also, just through his like general like social media. He just like states his mind about things, and I agree with basically all of his views. So that's
that helps, right?
Yeah. And his wife is a public school teacher for Durham Public Schools.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and he like has incorporated. Well, like his lead single for his last album was called "I Need a Teacher." And it was like a whole song like supporting teachers, and it was like the music video for the song I think was taken at like a teachers march, like a teachers protest that was either in Raleigh or Durham. And he's just standing up for stuff, you know, using like what influential platform that he has to try and amplify, you know.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's admirable.
That's like interviews and on Twitter and shit with Jason Isbell, where he's like, if I don't use like what I'm doing to help anything, then there's literally no reason for me to have a platform.
Yeah. Yeah. That's his whole song. Be afraid, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like,
be afraid,
like
be
you have to stand for something.
Yeah. Be afraid, very afraid.
It was good in concert.
But do it anyway. I know, I'm excited. I haven't seen him in concert since Reunion's Nashville Sound. Like I've got, you know, got some tickets for May and it's at Red Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's gonna be there.
He played.
I bought him a ticket for his birthday. That shit. Depending on what songs he plays, I'm probably gonna fucking cry at some point during that concert. Like the amount of emotion going into that.
He played every song off Reunions except for River and Letting You Go, I think.
He even played St. Peter's Autograph?
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
I think that was their first encore song.
Is that like a hit from that album?
No, definitely not. But I don't think so. But they came back out and they played that, and then they played a cover of I think it's called "Oh Well" by Fleetwood Mac. And the only reason I know that song is because I've seen Haim play it on a YouTube video. And I was like, they started the guitar riff, and I was like, what the hell is that? That Fleetwood Mac song? And it was really good. They jammed the hell out.
I am so excited for that concert, but I'm also low key super like nervous about it because seeing him is going to be one of those artists where you like 45 songs by them. So you know that they literally cannot play all of that. Yeah. So it's just like, I just got to really hope he gets the real hits I'm looking for.
Yeah. I don't think...
Because when I saw him in concert,
Go ahead.
He played some fucking... He played Decoration Day. He played Outfit. But I didn't know at that time, those songs didn't mean to me what they do now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I know that they're probably not going to get played, but now... the experience would be 10 times better for me. I mean, it was already really good. Decoration Day, that live between him and Sadler, Vaden, his other lead guitarist, that shit was crazy. Mm-hmm. And now I know the song, so it would be even more impactful. But the odds of that are low.
When they played Outfit, they he didn't just jump into it. They played kind of like an instrumental intro, interlude type thing, and nobody really knew what they were gonna play next. And then the lights kind of went down, and a spotlight just kind of came on him, and he started singing the song, and everyone, the place just erupted. It was
right, because that's one that I know he will play, because people would revolt if he didn't play it.
I heard him say on his live album with the Drive-By Truckers, whenever they play Outfit on that album, he talks before they play it. And he says whenever people scream for him to play that song, he always says into the mic, I was playing that song in the green room right before the show. I played it a couple times. I just love the sound of that song. I love it so much. But maybe not right now.
Yeah. He's really good because he's just a good people person. He's really good at just shooting the shit over the mic while tuning his guitar and shit like that. Yeah, I don't know how many live performances I've watched where people are shouting Outfit and he's like, I thought about playing that one, but I don't know that I'm feeling it tonight or something. And then starts playing a G and a C, and then it's okay. Yeah.
But something that him was good. Oh yeah, it was phenomenal. I'm sure I'll probably mention it again when we talk about some of the songs that Hiss played in concert, but something that they both echoed so much on stage. I think they Hiss only played for half the time that Jason did, which is understandable. They were the opener, but I think they both said at least 2 or 3 times during their set how grateful they were to be there and to be able to do that again for people, and how I know MC Taylor from Hiss Golden Messenger, he specifically said it's something he feels more and more every time he plays in a crowd now, that music is something that you something that's best felt together and created together as a whole, and it's something I didn't even get before a couple of years ago because I wasn't really a concert guy. And then even when we saw the Arctic Monkeys, which was a band that I liked a lot, I was yeah, that was decent, but it wasn't amazing. But then I saw Dawes and I saw St. Paul and the Broken Bones live. Yeah. And I was this is just otherworldly. This is elevating my elevating self to a whole other plane.
If you hit the right thing, you're oh, this is what music can really be. This is what it can really, the experience can really be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a large reason why the second, literally minutes after Bonnaroo tickets went on sale this year, I got Vic and I tickets for it, because even if it doesn't work out and I have to refund it, whatever, the opportunity to go to that again, it's that that 4 days is a life-altering experience for me. And so to be able to go back and do that again, I fucking immediately jumped at the chance.
Yeah, that was...
See, I get that.
Me sitting in my chair when Hiss opened up the concert with Way Back in the Way Back, which is one of my favorite songs off their newest, off of this album. Yeah. I was just in Nirvana. Yeah, pure bliss in my brain.
So then with that, do we want to? That's the first song on the album. So do we want to start?
We're transitioning, baby.
On it, then look at that transition, dog.
Transition, God. But yeah, I love it. It probably builds the most out of all the songs on the album, which I love a lot because it shows the severity that they can get to with their sound, but it also shows the calmness that they have with their sound, which is contrasting the end and the beginning of the song.
I was gonna say I like the relaxing nature of it, and I really dig the guitar solo too. But it feels like the whole time listening to it, I don't know which of them plays like the electric lead, but the whole time listening to the guitar solo, it feels like they're almost at the precipice of really just like going for it, and then they kind of go back from that edge, and then they never it just feels like the whole time they're building so much energy, and they build a decent amount, but then I'm just ready because they have some good. It's not squealing, but it's like wow. But then you think, oh, an amp is turning on, and they're about to really go fucking crazy. They just never do. Because it's not that kind of music. But I was
I feel what you're saying. I do like.
So I have a question then, because it feels like that's the kind of song that you don't do it on the studio cut, but you do that live. Did they do it any differently live? Like, did they really go for it at that part? Because they feels didn't like everything should be going towards that direction.
Yeah, they built and built and built, and I think they might have gone for a few more measures than the end of the song actually does, but they didn't go into anything insane. But they did. I think at the end of I'm not sure which songs it was, but they did do some improv guitar solos that I didn't think I remembered from some of their songs. Yeah. In 2 or 3 other songs in their set, but it wasn't Mighty Dollar, it wasn't The Great Mystifier, and I don't think it was Sanctuary. It might have been Saturday's Song. That's not on this album, but that's just one of their bigger songs.
I was going to say Saturday's Son's Vance Joy. I don't think that's them.
Yeah. Yes, it's called Saturday's Song.
Fake fan.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And
gotcha.
They played it on a Saturday, and right before he played it, he said it's Saturday after all, isn't it? And then they started playing it. And I was
because
I was like, I know what song they're playing.
God, it is Saturday after. I know this.
Yeah,
one.
It was just it was a little reminiscent for me of the Krung Bin, where I was being egged by that organ at the end of that song or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like that, where I was like, oh, he's about to. I'm feeling this one. He's really about to just crank the volume and really go for it, and then they just never did.
Mm-hmm. And I do get what you're saying, but I feel like it's I feel like I've heard it in Dawes before. I've heard it in Jason Isbell with Overseas, in the guitar solo section of Overseas. He's not really doing any Eddie Van Halen shit, hitting all kinds of different notes back to back to back to back, going crazy. It's just like artful like repetition almost, like like well spaced
playing
out
in the
notes
key and kind of what has been going on in the song before that. I mean, that's why I've always preferred lead stuff like that, like in the Grateful Dead and the Allman Brothers, versus anything from, you know, Eruption by Van Halen. Yeah. I think that song is dog shit. Like, it's cool. Technically, it's cool, but I never listen to it because I just don't like that style of it more. I like the slow, not as many notes per section, but more of the intent and the feeling behind the notes more. That's what I was like more. So yeah. And so that's where it was really building, and I was like, man, it just would feel so natural to just hit like something high on the G string right now, and then it just never, you know. But it's fine.
Never had that feeling for
you.
They
didn't want to do it. So, you know, that's their artistic.
They said, this is our music. Yeah. F you, Jamie.
And I think they like they alter the sound a bit. Like, it sounds like, I'm not even sure if they're hitting the same notes, but they're definitely hitting like similarly patterned notes, because the sound like the sound changes sound the same. Like, the differences between the notes sound similar to me.
Like the intervals sound the same?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I hear you, boss, baby.
It's just one of my favorites. I think I've said the same thing like 3 times about the song, but I just
I mean, it's a good one. I think it's a great start to the album. You know, Jordan, how did you feel about it?
It's a little slow for me. I was trying to wait
like that's probably most of the album for you.
I know. I was like waiting to interject somewhere. I'm like, it was a little. It wasn't, you know, the best.
Way back.
Again, they just sing very slowly. Also, not like that's a bad. Like, obviously, it's like tempoed, so it's like you can kind of go along with it at their own pace. But again, it's a lot slower pace than I usually like.
Don't worry. I think my album for you, you know, we'll pick up the pace next week a little bit.
Doja Cat?
No, because last time that happened, it was met with much just chagrin and distaste.
But some of the lyrics in the song, my favorite lyrics from this song specifically are, "Don't be afraid, we'll be fine in the morning. Food on the table, a body that's able."
Don't be afraid, we'll be fine in the morning. Food on the table, a body that's able. We'll be fine in the morning. Love with the mountains, down with the system that keeps us in chains. Even our whispering, oh baby, blue sky, building a prison way back in the way back.
And that's like sentiments that are echoed throughout this whole album, is just being grateful for bare necessities, because so many people don't have those bare necessities.
Right.
Like this album gracefully puts me in my place when I think I need to buy another $20 Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. This album says, hey, maybe you don't need to spend $20 on something that you could stream either for free or probably rent from Amazon, which isn't a great company. Something that you could spend less money on for like $3.
Well, but I don't know that that's necessarily the sentiment. Like, it definitely, I like this collecting kind of music because
it's fun to collect.
Exactly. It's like, I think it's more so not necessarily, you know, if you really enjoy collecting Blu-rays in the Criterion Collection, for example, then go for it. But I think it's more so, what I use this kind of sentiment for me in life is, if I get stressed out about something like large, if I get stressed out about something, then it's more so I take the message to mean Like, if you've got these necessities, just be thankful for that. And anything beyond that is basically extracurricular, for lack of a better word. So it's like,
I get what you mean. Like
anything
like,
more than
it's not worth
still,
the stress as long as you
right.
can still live with your necessities.
Exactly. It's saying, for me, I always take that kind of message to mean, you know, like, if you want to spend money on shit, do it. Like, you can, I don't think it's like a minimalist propaganda, or not propaganda, but like a minimalist message, but it's more so just like, you don't need to stress about things beyond like these 5 core things. Anything beyond that, you know, just live life how you want. But as long as you've got these core things, make sure you're thankful for having those in your life. Yeah. So that's kind of where I take it in.
I think it does help me think that way as well. It was just like more subconscious. It was like
it's all about how you apply the message to yourself, right? That's all personal, subjective. You know. So I get that.
I got you. Yeah.
I don't think one's right and one's wrong. I just wanted to throw in the other side of that, how I take these kind of songs to mean, or I guess not even songs, but just themes in media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't like. For a long time, I thought of myself as a very anxious person, or like at least internally anxious, if I didn't seem externally anxious.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and a lot of the music I listen to, I feel like is calming, like without me even realizing it sometimes. Like, I'll listen to a lot of Hiss Golden Messenger because it sounds like Way Back in the Way Back, or like Quietly
right.
Blowing It, or like Painting Houses, or some of the like slower songs on here that I like. Mm-hmm. Like every morning when I shower before I go to work, I listen to my chill playlist because it has more low key songs to like start off my day. If I wake up late, I listen to a more upbeat playlist because I have to get ready faster.
I used to listen. I used to play Heartbreaker by Led Zeppelin in college. That's what I would play that every shower at the start. Like when I'd be stepping in, because I'm like,
amp you up.
An appropriate length of time for a shower is this song, and I know exactly how long it's going to last.
That sounds like 2.5 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, how long is it?
Okay, so that's like for quick showers, like before classes, when I'd wake up with like 15 minutes before we got on the bus from our apartment. It'd be a heartbreaker kind of morning.
Yeah.
Once you get to the solo, you should be rinsing off. All right.
How long is the song? I didn't hear.
I think that Heartbreaker's like 2:53 or something like that.
Bro, I've never taken a shower under like 10 minutes.
I take longer showers too, but I like to think I'm taking care of myself, all right? I'm using a different soap for my face. I'm really lathering in that shampoo and conditioner, you know. Every single day.
I literally
do it quickly,
shower like,
but not with haste. You know,
I shower like once a week now, dude.
That's bold of you. I'd be a smelly boy after about 3 days.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm not, bro. Literally not.
You got that
I'm slanging iron in the
musk.
gym so much that I really got to shower that musk off. You know.
You're out here like John Cena, pumping. I'm out there. I'm
out there slanging and banging weights, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's my favorite.
If the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. All right.
Slanging and banging.
That thing. Whenever you better be deadlifting 500, or you shouldn't even be showing up to the gym. All right.
Exactly. If you can't deadlift 500, don't even try.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Never start.
You have to be able to naturally deadlift 500 pounds. All right.
Good damn.
Anyways.
So The Great Mystifier has a great bass line at the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it starts off really well.
Some call him the Great Mystifier, breaking hearts all day.
Little fun fact: this song has been my alarm for months.
Makes sense. Okay, honestly,
yeah. It's a very
nice song. Do you not hate this song
to.
now?
No, I don't. It doesn't piss me off.
It does that. It's that thing where like you should never set your alarm as like your favorite song because then it's just gonna ruin the song for you.
That's what I've
People
heard.
say that, but for me, that's never been the case. I've always just woken up happier.
Oh,
Couldn't
you
be
both
Jordan.
are crazy.
Sorry, we have healthy brain chemistry. Okay, I take that back. I don't. My brain chemistry's normal. Okay, for a 22-year-old from our generation, I feel like I'm just depressed enough. You know.
I got you. Pro in this song, I like the harmonica a lot.
Yes, I was gonna say that fucking harmonica solo. Sorry, I was trying to get the Discord back up.
Yeah,
on my fucking phone. I'm not used to this shit. Yeah, that harmonica solo, especially in tandem with like the electric guitar that has that like phaser effect on it.
Yeah.
That shit sounds lush.
I did like again, I had to pick parts of this album that I liked a lot because obviously like it was we knew it probably wasn't gonna be an album for me. So
which
I think we've been said as such.
I'm sorry.
Week.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jordan. I like last week. I was like, before I picked this album, I was thinking, I was like, I want to pick an album that I think everybody's gonna like, and then I just like got distracted.
Not an album.
Didn't think about it, and then it was the day of, and I was like,
I'm kidding. I really don't care that much.
And then I wanted to do the His Holiday album, and then I was like, I can't do that one. I got to do the one that he's gonna play a bunch of songs from at the concert. It was a whole internal monologue with myself.
Editing.
It's okay.
You're like,
I really don't care that much.
Pick an album that we all liked, and then you're like, but this is not that.
But no.
That shit was so funny.
Sorry about that.
Well, yes, but no.
Yes, but yeah. So the harmonica is really nice in it. I did like the part that Jamie talked about. Again, I think. Wait, let me. It just started off like a little bit slow, but then once the harmonica came in, then it was.
Yeah, it picked up some there.
Yeah, like by the time it hits the first chorus, it's got pretty much like a sustained, like medium energy for the rest of the song. Like nothing hype, but it's bouncy, you know. It's got a good vibe to it.
Yeah.
Which is why I wake up to it every morning. Good start to my day.
Mine right now is some sort of default shit. I gotta change it. It's not the like default Apple alarm, but it's like the default pleasant using the clock's nighttime or bed feature or whatever app, whatever that default is. You gotta get it set up.
Interesting.
Oh, do you have like a bedtime routine set up like on your
I need to disable it because I don't abide by it, so then it just makes it frustrating to use my phone for like an hour before I go to sleep.
Yeah, I've never enabled it.
I gotta.
Dude, the bad thing is you have to go to sleep at a certain time. I'm like, I can never go to sleep at the same time unless it's like 3 a.m.
I'm trying to lay down between 11 and 11:30 every night, and usually it works.
That's good.
Dude, fuck that. I just am.
I go to bed at like 2
drink
to 2:30.
more coffee the next day.
Fair enough.
I just drink no coffee.
See, that's crazy.
That is wild of you.
Addiction. Absolutely.
It is. It's a
But it's
little
not
wild.
a bad thing. There are
crazy.
much worse things to be addicted to, you know.
Very true.
True.
I
just hit a wake up coffee, and then I hit a like 2 p.m. at work coffee, and then I'm good.
I feel that like most days, like for a little while at work, I was like, wake up coffee, another cup of coffee in the morning, and then a cup of coffee in the afternoon. But now
it depends on how interesting my work day is. It depends on how much I have to do. If I have a lot to do,
also.
I can get lost in it, and then it's like, oh shit, it's already 12:30. But on slow days, it's like, dog, I'm falling asleep at my desk.
Okay. I actually feel that.
I feel you.
Which I guess was how class was in college too.
Yeah.
Damn,
If I'm working If I'm working with someone else, I'm wide awake. I'm like normal.
I don't have that.
Nah, bro. Oh, yeah? I can still drift a little bit. Like I'll be like,
I kind of work with people, but not really. I mean, it's hard to work with people on like software.
True. Very true.
Well, no, I think it just means like in general though. Would you fall asleep if you were working with somebody?
I mean, probably not. Like in staff meetings, I'm not like falling asleep. You know?
Legit, I've looked over at my coworker before, and he's been like this. He's been like.
He's been nodding.
He's like we were like in a room where this guy was like teaching, like kind of going back and forth, like training us a little bit, and like I was doing the thing. We were just working by ourselves or something, but we were like all in the same room, and he would just be like, and then like I'd watch it for a little bit, and then like at some point he'd just be like, and like start like working again, which I've done before too, bro.
Blend back into it.
I'll do that. If I'll do that if it's something slow, like if I'm waiting on a process that literally I just have to wait 10 minutes for it to finish, that'll happen.
Nah, but the thing was, he would go. He's from Florida. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, because I don't want to dox this man. And so he'd go back on the weekend sometimes, and so he'd catch a flight Monday morning at like 3. I think is usually 2, or he'd wake up at 2 or something, catch a flight at 3. And then get to work by like 9 a.m.
Fuck no.
I know.
That's, so that's a day off.
Yeah, I've been up since like.
Why wouldn't you just take the day off?
Because he travels to Florida quite often, which is why. So I don't think he'd have enough time.
How much does he pay in airfare for that?
He said they weren't that expensive. I think last time it was like $89 round trip or something.
I mean, that's still cheap, but Jesus, I would hate that so much.
Me too. I think his GF was there. I don't know if they're still together. He hasn't mentioned going to Florida.
Bro, that'd be hard. You do that. You live through that shit for months, and then the LDR ends, and then it's like, well, fuck, for what?
Yeah. Hey, LDRs are okay. Okay, Nick's keeping his alive also too. Okay.
What'd you say?
You know,
I said Nick is keeping his alive too.
What's mine?
Who's Nick in a
relationship with? You know.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
You know.
Jamie's out of the loop.
Know it.
Now I don't know if I'm out of the loop or if
Jamie,
Jordan's
you
just
follow her.
Around.
You follow her.
We gotta.
Right,
I think we gotta stop this conversation.
This is an off-pod thing.
This is weird and not true.
Dude,
I was going along with a fake
Nick.
joke.
I'm messing with Nick.
I don't know what's fucking.
The joke
happening.
isn't even that bad. I'm literally saying
I don't
Nick
know
just
where the
sees someone
cut
who
came
is
in there, but we're
back
back
there. Anyway,
guys, listen. I don't have a girlfriend,
song and it's 37 minutes.
I'm literally
We're on the third
single.
song and it's 40 minutes in.
How did you guys feel about
every
quietly blowing it?
I love it.
The titular track.
It's a top 3 for me.
It's a good one. I think it's top. It's like top 4, and it's probably 4. I think.
The guitar, the guitar sounds really nice. Just the gentle strumming of it, and it echoes just ever so slightly to make it a little bit better. Yeah. But again, the content of the song, I don't love.
I think it's really painful, but really good. Like I took it to mean like some sort of like a breakup or like a post-breakup sadness kind of song. That's how it was hard to read, but that's kind of how I thought, and I was like, man, this is really good.
A lot of his lyrics are pretty abstract, and like you can apply your own meaning to them, sort of, if you can't like piece it all together into some sort of narrative. But like I took it kind of as like the chorus says, "It was good while it lasted, crooked and dancing up in the hills where nobody else dare goes, born on the level, quietly blowing it."
It was good while it lasted, crooked and dancing up in the hills where nobody else dare go, on the level, quietly blowing it.
And what like the best way I could piece that all together in my mind was like, along with other subject matter in the song, where in like the second verse where he says, "The shape of things don't look so good on the TV. There's a riot going on." I think he says there's a big pink sun over Hollywood with no new stars
no idea
burning.
What that means.
It like I don't really know what that means, but like no new stars burning. There's a riot going on TV. Like it sounds kind of like the state of the world is bad, and with the chorus, to me it sounded kind of like it was good while it lasted, was like kind of mourning the past, like where we had like we didn't really the world has always been like kind of like not like great, like our modern society has never been like great, I guess, at least for like the past like 20 or 30 years, like but like but at least before like social media and before like everything was exposed, there was a kind of like a veil of ignorance for the general public, you know.
Oh fuck, that's what I mean by quietly blowing it.
And that's what I'm thinking, like quietly blowing it is like
sense.
Is like quietly, like we quietly blew, or not us specifically, but like the people in power quietly blew away our future, you know. That's kind of what I thought about it.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. Quietly blowing it, like
You're clever.
right under our noses, screwing up everyone's future, you know.
Right. That makes sense.
That's something I can empathize with. Another reason I enjoy the song, because I feel like I'm optimistic in my day-to-day life, but I have a kind of pessimistic overall worldview.
Yeah, I would say maybe I'm not pessimistic, but I am realist to the point of it's jaded to where I'm cynical. I wouldn't say I'm pessimistic, but I am cynical.
Cynical, yes.
I still have hope because I have hope in people, but there's also a lot of shit where I'm just like, this is all for optics and not real.
Mm-hmm. Spotify Wrapped saying, "You always understood the assignment." While other people were learning about NFTs, you listened to this song.
I love Spotify Wrapped, but you just gotta say, here's your top artists.
Yep.
No, I kind of liked. I thought it was cute and cheesy. I kind of thought it was cute and cheesy, and it was a little cringe, but like that's honestly a little bit funny to me. So I kind of enjoyed it.
I get what you're saying.
It hurt me, and like the fucked up genre listings. That can't be how it's supposed to be. That's gotta be a fuck.
With the names in the bars.
That's gotta be a bug. That looks like dog shit.
Dude, I was like, is my shit? Okay, that
I thought mine was fucked up when I first did that, and then everyone was sharing their screenshots, and I'm like, oh no, this is like.
But then they like showed what it was though after, so they had like exactly enough room for like what it was like the actual category.
Well,
so
right,
I feel like it was intentional.
But look at it though. There's no way that was intentional.
No, it has to be because if it was any stretched out longer, there wouldn't be any space to like.
It was intentional, but it just looked like ass.
Yes.
I'm saying the box was supposed to be that size. The object was supposed to be that size. But whatever linked it to that fucked up the scaling of what the contents of that container on the page.
Nah, I think it was on purpose, dude.
If someone from Spotify can confirm that is on purpose, I will be
blown
away.
Do we have a Spotify rep in here that listens to our podcast?
All right.
No, I mean like I got to do research on my own to see, because I'm sure someone's written about it in like fucking some bullshit like BuzzFeed article or something. Somewhere there's got to be a comment from Spotify corporate
to comment on the fucked up bar graph labeling of everyone's favorite genres. I'm not gonna do a voice or anything, but
no, that was actually funny.
Thank you. But finally, last thing about quietly blowing it. In the second verse, he changes up the chorus and he says, "It was good while it lasted, but that ain't the answer. You gotta let someone in. That's all that'll save you."
Quietly blowing it. It was good while it lasted, but that ain't the answer. You gotta let someone in. That's all that'll save you. Oh man, the rats, they're trying to freeze us.
I think that's a very nice sentiment. It's a very nice wake-up call for people who stay stay in their own head about their insecurities and things like that. Because if you don't talk to someone else about your problems, it can kind of like eat you from the inside out, you know? And that's like, that's kind of like a general like anxiety, like a induced like mental state thing. And that's also applies to like, to much bigger things like alcoholism or addiction or things like that. Like they become much easier to face when you can get over the hurdle of letting other people help you with them, you know? It's hard to talk to other people about those things because it's hard to admit that like that part of you like exists, or that part of you is like that part of you exists, you know. And
right.
I think it's he doesn't say that in the song, but he's not like talking about addiction, but I think it's just a nice idea to be reminded of. That's also like kind of a line in a Jason Isbell song. In Letting You Go, he says something about his wife and his daughter like helping him see that like that loneliness like can be overcome. The line is something along the lines of something about the great fog of loneliness, the devil's disguise. Like saying that like maybe not specifically the devil, but like
bad auras.
Bad auras, bad thoughts happen in that fog of loneliness, you know. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, what
just like that stanza. That's from Letting You Go.
That's right.
Yeah, I think
I was trying to think of the line from like placing it in It Gets Easier, and I was like, why is it not fitting?
Yeah, I got you. We don't have to talk about it much. We did skip over Mighty Dollar. I just like the song. I just like the message behind it. Money's evil. You know?
I kind of like the well, if it's money is evil, it kind of seems like a more upbeat song. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like it sounds like a little like upbeat, doesn't it?
I think it definitely sounds more energetic, and I guess
sorry,
upbeat,
energetic is a better word to use.
Yeah. It just sounds like it sounds a bit angry to me, like the way he comes at the chorus.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, he says it never made a dumb man smarter, never fixed a broken heart.
Way better.
Yeah, but I just like it, you know. We don't
have
to dwell on it. We
gotta dwell on it.
Yeah.
But if we do, it will if we let it.
This is that's actually like it will if we let Transition God, Jordan Moore. It will if we let it is probably like I don't dislike it. It's just one of my like it's one of my least favorites on the album because I just like let it play. I don't like vibe heavy with it. It's just pretty good.
I like the harmony a lot in the chorus, but that's like about the only note I had for it.
But do you feel it when it all feels staged? Do the words have no meaning? They will if we let them. But first we gotta say up. That means we gotta run them. You're not alone.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't really have any notes on that.
I got you. I think Hardly Town's right after that, right?
It is one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah,
I love Hardly Town. I like the chorus a lot.
People get ready, there's a big ship come. I felt the fire, now it's down among us. Walked on wife, tried to be humble. People get ready, now you know the deal. It's in high cotton on once run like hell. No way to fake, no way to get around it. Brother, you found it. Now and all the time.
I really fuck with the guitar solo / like outro for the song, I guess.
Did you say solo?
The solo.
It's not like you said the solo.
No, the guitar solo, and then like I guess it rolls into the just outro for the song, but it's really good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
How they do ya?
I love the just kind of explosion of energy it starts off with him singing like right from the get-go.
Yeah.
I think that was the one I was like sad the most that I didn't hear them play in concert, but they played like 4 or 5 songs from this album.
Wait, Hardly Town or If It Comes in the Morning?
Hardly Town.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. He's got a lot of great lines in there too. It's cradle to the grave, so be good to each other.
It's cradle to the grave, so be good to each other. I try to be brave, mama. I don't know cold as ice, and I don't want to do no favors.
Mm-hmm. Life's hard, but it's all we got, so be good while you're at it.
Yeah. Forward, children, never back down. What used to hurt you can't hurt you now. The world feels broken. I ain't joking, babe. Never back down.
So forward, children, never back down. What used to hurt you can't hurt you now. The world feels broken. I ain't joking, babe. Never back down.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bit of a. Do you remember the song "Making Do" by Lake Street Dive?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Talking about like it's
I
like a
figured Jamie
message
would.
to like it's like a message to the kids of like
like
we fucked your shit up, but you're doing the best you can or whatever. You're making do with what you've got. I think is the chorus or something.
Yeah. Like your world sucks and like you have horrible circumstances, but you're doing the best you can. That's
the coffee sucks now or some shit. I remember that line from it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the gist of this song. Yeah. The second verse is my favorite part in the whole song. But
Fifi.
I don't want to read the whole thing. He just I like I like the part where he says they say we'll understand it better someday. Who was it that said that? They never worked a day. They never worked an hour. They want to make him king while you're breaking your back like a slave. It's like
Yo, bars?
Yeah. It's just tearing down the people who make the rules, the people who make the rules who fuck over the people who don't have the ability to make the rules.
Right.
Okay.
It's calling that out. Something I love that him and Jason both sing about in a couple different songs is like fighting for people who just work to the bone every day of their lives and don't have much to show for it. Because I've been very fortunate my whole life, and I'm very lucky to have never had to have been in that position, and I hope to never be, and I don't wish that on other people, and that's why I love music that calls it out, you know. That
also talks about that, right?
That
calls out the fuck shit.
Yeah. that shits on people who enable those types of systems and societal structures, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Hardly Town for me. It's a banger. I think it was the third single, which I'm pretty sure it was the third single, and If It Comes in the Morning, I think that was the second single, and I was like, this is vastly different from the first single. Just very If It Comes in the Morning is just a lot slower. Probably like, I feel like it's the slowest song on the album, but it swells a lot too, just like Way Back in the Way Back.
It's one of my favorites lyrically on the album, I think.
Yeah.
Especially the verse that's after like the first chorus. It was a pain that we trusted. The sword and the shield, lay 'em down now, they're rusted. There's a spade if you're willing to work on the building.
It was a pain that we trusted. The sword and the shield, lay 'em down. Now the rust. There's a spade if you're willing to work on the building. To work on the building.
I think that shit hits so hard.
Yeah.
Like saying, you know, all the getting up in arms about shit, like that's a tired, old ass, like useless way of doing things. But, you know, if you're fine with putting in the harder work to build to a better, a nebulous, just to a better, you know, life situation, whatever, there's the tools there. Like, if you want it, then fucking, like, come on, let's do it, you know?
Yeah. If you'd rather work together than fight each other and tear each other down.
Yeah.
Like, we can build something a lot better.
Yeah. I think my first couple listens to the album, it didn't really, like, nothing really stood out to me on the album. But then, like, at one point listening to this song, that I heard it, and I was like, oh my God. That's powerful as shit.
That's
powerful shit right there.
I heard someone describe this album as pastoral in nature, and I was like,
yeah, I
see it. And like telling people this band name, Hiss Golden Messenger, it
makes them think like religious.
I've had multiple people say like, is that like a Christian band? And I'm like, well, actually. It even kind of sounds like a Christian band,
actually,
but they're not. He's not religious.
Yeah,
and he's mentioned that.
It's kind of like what I took from religion. It's like I took the good lessons from it without the dogma. So it's like,
yeah.
Wait, there's dogs in Christianity.
Jordan's signing back up. Jordan's going to church Sunday.
Gotta give me some
dogs. I'm pretty sure I told you guys I don't even like dogs that much.
That's wild.
Remember, bro? Leo
but
does Audrey Bentley, listen to this? Yeah, okay. I was
Bentley,
gonna say,
has changed me, dude. Bentley is so adorable, and he's so cute. Dude.
When I heard him chomping on that celery, what a guy. I've never seen a dog eat celery before.
His eyes are so he's just so meaty. I love it. Oh, he's so cute.
He's such a muscular dog.
I know.
And like hearing like seeing Audrey just like give him dog food, just like like pebbles of dog food, just like throwing them to him, and hearing him like chomp them out of the air. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's just.
Oh yeah, Nick.
He sounds like the most.
Apartment for a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Me and Zach and.
Okay.
Yeah, we went and visited, but yeah, just hearing like he seems he's just the sweetest dog, but he's also like one of the most intimidating dogs I've been in a room with.
I know.
Visually intimidating.
After you know him for like a day, he's so sweet.
Yeah. He was like he was nice to us when we came in. He wasn't like curling up at our feet or anything, but he was just wagging his tail, walking around and stuff.
No, but if you go to bed, he literally will just like. He loves. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I probably have to you guys. I don't know if I've done it on the podcast, but he like loves like just. Like he'll always sleep with like one part of your body like touching him, but usually it's like your like legs. And so if you have your legs spread at all, he'll like go right in between like that little opening between your legs and just like drop himself right there until you like open like it up. He's like this is mine. So he's like I'm just gonna sit here until you guys move. It's hilarious.
Bro, that's what Leo does too. And now I guess Violet as well, but she does it up like
Violetta.
If your arms next to your body, she'll curl up there. But Leo still does. Yeah, he's always done that with me. Like slept between my legs.
Bro, they're so cute.
That'd be. I would love a dog. I don't know if I could have it sleep between my legs on the bed. I feel like I'd get too hot. I feel like it'd be like Space Heater Central.
I definitely have to move him like every single time.
Jordan was like, maybe you, okay, but
just because it's like uncomfortable. Like if I ever want to move to a different spot, then I have to do that because I'm like.
See, that's the thing with me. I don't move when I sleep.
I'm proud of you.
Then what?
I'm just like a fucking rock.
When I fall asleep,
never mind then.
I hardly ever wake up before like my alarm in the morning. Hardly ever. It's usually straight through the night. But I'll roll a bit before I settle down.
My alarm
and
goes
fall
off,
asleep.
and I'm like, "Yo, it's 5." For the most part, I'm just like
stoic.
Boom, that's it.
Proud of you.
I stay in one spot.
Your brain is correct.
I don't know. It's mostly because Leo holds me down. But
anyway,
yeah. So another of my favorites is Painting Houses. You mentioned that song earlier. Love that one.
Me too. And like I actually kind of slept on it for a while. Like
really?
Yeah, and
that one's always been one of my favorites.
I'm glad you like it a lot because I kind of just lumped it together with that second to last song that's like a minute and a half long.
I don't like that.
Angels
one.
in the Headlights?
Yeah.
I don't really like that one either.
Yeah, and that one was always like my probably that one is my least favorite, and I just let it play. I never really skip it because it's just a minute and a half, but it's just like normal. It's just like a fine song. But
I like Sanctuary a lot though. It is probably one of the most energetic as well. On the album.
Yeah,
but a different type of energy than you were talking about earlier though.
True, not really angry energy. No, but yeah, Painting Houses. Go off, Jamie. You want to say anything else about it?
Yeah,
sorry. Say that
I just want to say, like, so the location is very nondescript, but it's also weird because it sounds kind of like he's talking about like Denver. Just because here, like Colfax, the road here, Colfax Avenue, is the longest continuous road in America by multiple estimates.
Oh.
At 55.3 miles. You could start at one end and get all the way out. I think it goes out to Golden is as far as you can take Colfax out.
The highway's longer, right? But we're not talking about
the highway. Right, but it's like commercial road. There are qualifications and stipulations, whatever. But yeah, and then there's also, he talks about going down, hitching a ride to the Broken Arrow. I'm pretty sure I've driven past a bar called the Broken Arrow here. So I doubt he's talking about Denver, but I just thought that was funny.
It's possibly.
Talks about dirty snow, shit like that. But I love the last verse of the song. Specifically, I read it all, I guess. Running clean, but I'm out of steam. Flying past the factories. They say a new day's coming. I don't doubt it. I'm stuck on the roof, still painting houses. Tears run down, they overflow, coming out in stereo. So turn it up louder, a living proof the fire ain't out yet.
Running clean, but I'm out of street. Flying past the factory. They say a new day's coming, and I don't doubt it. I'm stuck on the roof, still painting houses. Tears run down, they overflow, coming out. Stereo. So turn it up a little louder. It's living proof the fight out.
So it's good. It's the whole song's talking about like the hardships, like blue collar, just like not working for yourself, just doing a job to get it done. But that last 4 lines where it talks about crying. They're coming out loud. Turn that shit up. That's what's connecting you. Like, that's proof that you're not you're not complacent in your situation. You still have the burning desire for something better, which I think is, a very good sentiment. I think that's really good. Like, don't repress emotion, because that's what makes us human, So like, feel emotion that you're feeling is a more general, abstract thing that you can take from that. But it's also good to cry, So if you feel the need to cry and you're not in a public setting, I guess, then fucking bro, just embrace.
Or if you are,
like, embrace your feelings.
Or if you are in a public setting,
I mean,
if it's strong enough,
I guess, if you want.
I mean, cry, I guess,
But it was a long time ago where I stopped getting like embarrassed by crying at like forms of media, like movies and songs and shit. It's like, if I'm feeling shit, it's just like, it's emotional catharsis. The human brain does it for a reason. Like, holy fuck, just do it.
I haven't had a tear roll down my cheek at anything in a long time, but my eyes have been getting watery, and I've been choking up.
Every time I watch Interstellar.
I can't say that, but about other things, just like more recently in the past few months, just like listening to music, and it wouldn't really happen that much listening to music before. It would pretty much only happen in movies or TV, but like just like singing
I think you
songs
said that was
going down the road.
Cover Me Up or something that you said that you felt that at the concert?
Yeah, at the concert, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, your heart's thawing. You're reconnecting with human emotion. Dude,
oh my gosh.
I do it like quite often, more so at like movies than songs. Like fucking, I think all the flights we took for our wedding and honeymoon and shit, we downloaded a bunch of Disney Plus movies, and probably every single one of those at least once there were tears coming my eyes. Those bastards, it's what they do.
Yeah, but yeah, when I was writing notes for this album, I didn't know most of the lyrics for Painting Houses, and just reading like the lyrics that you just read out loud, like and listening to it at the same time, the tears run down, they overflow, coming out in stereo. I was like, like. Coming out in stereo means they're coming out of both eyes, I was like,
right.
I was like, this man's spitting. I was tearing
shit.
up a little bit, mild tears.
It's moving shit, bro.
But, yeah.
Mild tears, bro.
Mild tears. Mild adult man tears.
Bro, men need to relearn how to fucking cry. All right. I think a lot of things would be better if people just embraced emotion.
Legendary line from Hope to High Road by Jason Isbell. I used to want to be a real man. I don't know what that even means.
Yep.
Oh.
Legendary. Heard that shit in concert. Yelling it out. Loved it.
Yep. You're
embarrassingly loud. Sounding like an idiot. But yeah, last song, Sanctuary, great. We talked about it a little bit.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad you like it. It was the lead single.
Was it in your top songs?
I don't. It might have been my fifth.
I thought I saw a song called Sanctuary in your top 5, and I was like, yo, is that the song from this album?
It was number 5, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's really good.
What?
Yeah.
That means you've been listening to it so much.
Yeah, because this came out in June.
June?
Yeah, June 25th.
Okay, I was thinking it came out like August or something.
I respect that. I mean, I hit the heat waves grind to listen to that song 102 songs this year.
Dude, let's not even talk about my
102
brother listening to Sicko Mode 346 times. He's in Travis Scott's 0.5% of fans from listening to 2 songs over and over again.
That's crazy.
Goosebumps.
Bro. Not even 90210,
That's
bro.
insane.
No, bro. Like, I think he listened to that once, but like, he's literally like, he's such a picky listener. Like, he only listens to songs like he will absolutely like just listen to, and oh my, well, I mean, obviously you're gonna listen to, but like, oh, it's so crazy.
That's so.
I'm
funny.
like, you're literally
this man's
insane.
on another wave.
Yeah, I love the instrumentation and the vibe of Sanctuary a lot.
It sounds like,
also, dude. Also, there were some fucking heavy ass bars in this one.
Of course,
bars. There's some fucking bars. God.
I was gonna say, oh, sorry, go. You like paused for a little bit, so I was like, okay.
Jordan was.
I had to.
I I think before we get dibs on any lines, Jordan, if you were going to go off about some lyrics, I think you need to pop off.
Yeah, we got to let you go off.
I wasn't going to say anything about lyrics.
Okay. But go ahead.
I didn't think you would. But...
Okay.
I was going to say, a song kind of sounds like a celebration to me. Like at the end, like it kind of, like after listening to the whole album, it kind of sounds like he like invited all his friends over for this like last song and he like played it for them. I don't know why I'm getting those, that like, it just, it's just that feeling, I'm like, this just sounds like a party song where he's like outdoors during the summer.
That's true.
Everybody's having a good time. He just finished the album. Yeah, everybody's high on life,
Yeah, David, definitely biggest listener of the pod. Number one pod for
Shout out David. Shout out David. He gets his own shout out.
Yeah, we love David. We got to get David on like 5 episodes back to back next year.
We were Ethan's third highest.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. But I remember David playing this while we were getting ready at your wedding, Jamie. He played it like
really. I don't remember that. I must have been in like the shower or something.
Because I think I had like just gotten out of the shower or something. I just like heard it and I was like, "What the hell? I don't have the aux right now." And someone's playing His Golden Messenger, and I like.
Okay, I kind of remember that happening. I guess I didn't register what song it was at that point.
I got you.
Yeah, I just remember that conversation.
I like peeked my head in the living room, and David was like, "He was great in concert, man," and I was like, "I'm sure he was. He's a great musician."
I'm fucking ready, dude.
But yeah.
So I think first off, where he says, "Jubilee, find me, steady with your hope now. That light's gotta last a little while, or that little light's gotta last a while."
Jubilee, find me, steady with your hope now. That little light's gotta last a while.
In your time, like everything feels like it's so fucked up and everything is so stacked against everything, but the only way forward is to maintain any shred of hope you can. So like hold on to the little light's gotta last a while. Like hope optimistic because you're hoping it will get better, but the more knowledge is a burden, right? Or not, what is it? Whatever.
I feel like I've heard that. Knowledge is a burden.
Yeah, it's knowledge is a burden, ignorance is bliss, that kind of thing, where it's like the more you know, you're better equipped to fix things because you see that they're broken, but it's also can don't get overwhelmed by the fucked upness of everything. Hold on to that hope. Thought that was a really good sentiment. The other bar that I wrote down, get used to the bad news. It's all part of the show, child. Handsome Johnny had to go, child.
Get used to the bad news. It's all part of the show, child. Handsome Johnny had to go, child. Did you feel
talking about like John Prine's passing, like the light that was here.
Oh, was that like a nickname for him? Or like okay. Well,
Handsome Johnny, I know this from the Genius annotation. Handsome Johnny is the name of Prine's favorite cocktail that he had, but then also some people referred to him as Handsome Johnny. And so that's kind of what honestly, I could see it being both, saying like, the vices and the crutches that we use had to go. Maybe like, alcohol had to go or whatever because but also more literally John Prine, like everyone's time is up at some point. So like get used to the bad news because that's just kind of part of growing up. Is not, I wouldn't say it's necessarily like getting more bad news, but just being more cognizant of everything. It's just, it feels like there's more bad news, but there was the same amount of bad news when you were 10. You just didn't know about it because you couldn't comprehend it. So it's like, get used to it because that's kind of it. It's what comes with life, like it or not. So you might as well just get used to it and not lose sleep over it. As long as you have a body that's able and food on the table,
Yeah, Yes, sir.
What if you don't?
If you don't, then I mean that's another.
You kind of got to worry about that first, you know.
Yeah, that's sure. First and foremost. But it's a really good fucking line from the Avett Brothers.
Slight figure
always
speech.
Love whenever people really get bent out of shape on shit, huh?
Heart like a kick drum.
You said a really cool Avett Brothers song. I said lyric. I said slight figure of speech.
No, your life doesn't change by the man that's elected.
Yeah,
true.
I think that's. I mean, concretely, they're saying the president, but more abstractly, it's like your life is not dependent on as much as you can sometimes, and society sometimes makes it out to be. So worry about change the things you can, and don't worry about the things that you can't. That kind of thing. Sir. That kind of mentality, which is something that I live like day to day life. I use that constantly. I'm just like, why would I even trip about that?
Yep, I think that's a lifelong mantra, along with put forth your best effort in like all the work that you do, and then if you fail, you shouldn't worry about it, because if you gave your all,
right,
that you couldn't
give anymore. If you did your best and you failed, then it wasn't going to work out, and then you can take that and learn.
Yep, there you go.
True.
And errors are not failures; they're merely lessons, as long as you treat them as such.
There you go. I wisened us up with this album.
Bars, dog.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
I think that's mostly it for me.
That sums up me.
Yeah.
You can mute that if you want, Jamie. Did you hear what I did in the mic?
No,
I did not.
Oh, your ears are about to be.
Oh god! I'm gonna see your waveform and start.
No, it's literally it's literally a rectangle.
Bro.
That was so loud you didn't even the filter didn't even catch it.
Yeah, your shit got cut out. All right, so then I guess we can, if we're all wrapped up, we can rate this one, starting with Nick, and then Jordan, and then me, because I'll announce next week's episode.
I didn't factor this in before I picked this album, but I'm gonna give it a full blown 10.
A full blown 10.
I am. Because I think my last album that I picked was Neon Skyline, right? And I gave that a 10 too.
Correct.
I know.
I
don't miss.
The first double 10.
This man don't miss with his own albums.
But yeah, I didn't even think about that picking 2 10s in a row. But yeah, I just love it so much. There you go.
I think I'm the only one with literally the only consecutive double 10 episodes.
Oh yeah,
not anymore, buddy.
It was Dark. No. I mean, like, Dark Side of the Moon was 33, Dreamland was 34, and I gave them both a 10. Like, they're back-to-back 10s.
Oh, okay, and you didn't pick them though, right?
Yeah, and I didn't pick either of them.
Gotcha.
But I did do the first pick albums with Being So Normal and How to Friend Love Freefall. Episode 5 and episode 8, I picked them both and I gave them both 10s. So that was the first of that instance.
Gotcha.
I'm just slanging 10s around, bro.
Yes, sir.
But
it's. I think you're up, Jordan. Whenever you're.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a.
Oh my god, he's melting. He's the puddle kid from Sky High. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
No, I was praying for a 4.
All he wanted was a 4.
I'm sorry, dude. I'll probably never listen to this album ever again. To be honest, I'm so sorry.
It'll round up. Maybe I'll cue up Sanctuary when we're in the car one day together.
If you want to die and me drive us straight into a ditch, yes.
Wait.
I'm kidding.
What if it's right after Slight Figure speech?
Oh, okay. We're good then.
Okay.
We're good.
That was a legendary night coming back from Cookout, and you guys knowing like all the words to that song, and I was just like, what the hell is happening?
Okay, I know the non-fast part to that song. Jamie probably knew the fast part.
I know most of the fast part, if not all. I can't do it off the rip, but like hearing the first word and hearing the music, I can do it. Same thing with Talks on Indolence. Cut that one down too.
Okay. That's wild of you.
Bangers. I still can't believe they ended their Bonnaroo set with that shit.
That's wild of them, actually.
I'm pretty sure they did No Hard Feelings, second to last, and ended with Talks on Indolence or some shit. Oh my god, bro. I'm trying. If I remember correctly, that's what it was. While Scott is playing a Dale Earnhardt Les Paul. That shit was legendary.
That's amazing.
That shit isn't. That's a nutty fucking guitar. But I'm gonna give this album an 8, a flat 8.
Respectable. I appreciate.
I was gonna give it like somewhere in the 7 region, and then I don't know. I wound up liking it more listening to it a few times today
after we vibed previously. On it.
So, and then we vibed on it, dude. We just had like a mind meld, and so we had a big group. But so that brings the average to a 7.17, which puts it at tied for 26th with Turn Blue and Women in Music.
Let's go. Women in Music Part 3.
Just above Sound and Fury and just below How to Be a Human Being.
Okay. Let's go.
I'm not mad. I'm not even mad.
Okay. But next week we're gonna get a little more raucous, a little more energy for Jordan, but we're not out of the waters on whether or not he's gonna like it.
Oh no.
Because what we're gonna do,
I already know what you're gonna. Go ahead, say it.
I don't think you do. I really, if you predict this, I'm gonna be blown away.
I won't now. Now that you said I'm not, I already know I won't.
Now he
because I wanted to do a Jason Isbell kind of thing, but we got to give it a little more time before we really get into the next heavy hitters. So we're gonna compromise. We're gonna do an album that we've already loosely talked about some on this podcast. We're gonna be doing Decoration Day by the Drive-By Truckers.
Oh, what the hell? Let's go.
And you said the song Decoration Day by the Drive-By Truckers?
The album Decoration Day, of which the song Decoration Day is. We'll get into the lore next week and explain what that sentence means. But yeah.
I really appreciate you doing this, Jamie, because I've never listened to a full Drive-By Truckers album. And this is the one that I was going to start off listening to because it has outfits.
This is what I would start off. This one is so there was a thing. There were 2 albums I was torn between for them. My dad, I texted him because he's a big fan and of them. He's why I am a fan of them. And I was like, I'm torn between this one and this one. And he was like, yeah, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. Because I was like,
was the other one Southern Rock Opera?
No, the Dirty South.
Oh yeah.
Because it was, and we might get to that one at some point. Because the thing is, like, this one I like a wider variety, a little less, but the other one has some of like, I like a bit fewer songs, but I like some of those a little bit more. So it's like, it was hard to decide, but ultimately I think Decoration Day, because I also just really want to talk about a few songs on it. So we're gonna do that.
I'm down.
The Dirty South more is where you start to get some sad Isbell.
Does this one have Hell No I Ain't Happy on it?
Yes, it does. It's got some bangers. It's got some introspection. There's a wide variety. It's what happens when you have 3 main songwriters.
That's true.
Okay.
So I'm also just really excited to hear Jordan's thoughts on this. I don't know I really don't know where this is gonna land, honestly, truthfully.
I have a hunch, but I'm hoping you'll like it.
Yeah, we'll see. There's potential for an upset.
With your slight rock background.
We'll see.
One of these days we're gonna do Chris Daughtry's Coming Home album.
Dude,
Jordan and I are gonna give it a 10, all right? And you're gonna.
I literally have never heard it, so I'd be fine. But yeah, so we can bang it out real quick.
It all seemed to make sense. Dude, I actually kind of want to do that album now. Stop it.
If you
got next week's pick,
I would be so hyped.
You can fucking do it for our last pick of the year. You do. You've got the last pick before we do our. We've got a couple little irregular rotation wise episodes we're gonna be doing for the year end, and then we got some plans for the start of the year. So you've got the last pick for the next few weeks.
Jordan, don't feel obligated, but if you pick that, I will literally be so hype. I will love it so much.
I gotta look through it real quick and see.
Okay, we'll see. To be determined. But real quick, recent listings. For me, Drive By Truckers, trying to decide what I wanted to do. 30 by Adele, still bumping that shit.
I'm gonna say.
And then, the normal wintertime Jason Isbell, Coulter Wall, Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers type beat. But also Dark Horse, Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. I've probably listened to that album 3 or 4 times over the last week and a half. I don't know why.
You mean Dark Horse by Katy Perry, my guy?
You talking about Dark Horse by Nickelback, my guy?
Absolutely not.
Are you talking about Photograph by Nickelback, my guy?
I'm talking about Bill, young man on the run, he doing promo.
What the hell?
That's The Weeknd.
That's The Hills off that
was
album.
able
that was a horrible impression, dude.
Can't Feel My Face. Acquainted, that's a banger. Earned It. Dark Times. It's a great album.
Anyways.
But that's my recent listings.
I guess I'll go first. Been listening to Stay by Justin Bieber and the Kid Laroi. I waited a little bit to listen to that song because it was so overplayed. And again, I liked the Kid Laroi before he got popular. I don't know if you guys knew that, but just thought I had to say it again.
The Kid Laroi fan?
I didn't think he was gonna get this popular, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, but he got really popular after he made a song about Addison Rae. So you guys can't win them all. But I listened to that. Endless Summer. Wait, what's that song called? Endless Summer Symphony by Kyle. It's a song that I used to listen to, and when I migrated over, for some reason I didn't. Kyle hasn't come out of the album in forever, I don't think. And then Transparency by Willow featuring Travis Barker.
Transparent Soul?
Hell yeah, dude.
It's like
Little Barker action?
It's like Transparency.
I think it's called Transparent Soul.
I literally thought it was. Oh wait, it's called Transparent Soul.
Jordan left the chat.
No, I was just turning it off and on. Yeah, it's called Transparent Soul, dude. Since I have it like in a minimized window, I see transparence. It's like transparent. I thought the last letter was like Y, like transparency. It's called Transparent Soul. Whoops, thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Anyways, that song's amazing too. I thought it was Avril Lavigne when I first heard it, though.
Nope, it's Will Smith's daughter.
I know. It kind of sounds like a punk rock kind of song, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure. Now that you say that, I didn't know what song you were talking about, but now that you say you thought it was Avril Lavigne, I know exactly what song you were talking about.
Yeah, and like
Transparency.
It's the drummer from Blink-182 who like is featured.
Yeah.
Oh,
Travis
really?
Barker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's who Travis Barker. He's gotten really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Weirdly.
just like a pop culture magnet right now because he's dating Kourtney Kardashian. So.
Oh, is that why?
It's like a It's kind of like how MGK is back in the spotlight because he's doing weird, cringy shit with Megan Fox in interviews.
Okay, but MGK was kind of in it already, though.
He had that song with Corpse Husband.
Dog, he opened for Fall Out Boy when Vic and I saw him, and we were like, oh shit, okay, so we have like an extra hour to get to the concert.
Wow, bro.
How are
you not even going to see him even like if he's just performing?
Well, if we happened to see him, but
that's
we
what I would
do.
Like, I would like leisurely show up and like grab a beer when I got there, and then just walk to my seat while he's like doing whatever he's doing on stage. I don't know.
We found our seats, saw where we were going, and then we're like, all right, let's go use the bathroom and like get concessions, and then we'll get ready for Fall Out Boy. And if we happen to see a few songs by him, it's not the worst thing in the world. What I'd wish I'd done whenever St. Vincent opened for the Black Keys.
Sorry, Annie Clark. That's St. Vincent.
I don't get the hype.
She has a couple okay songs. Early St. Vincent, not the album she was touring off of whenever you saw her.
Freshman year of high school?
I don't know. Isn't the album that she was touring off of whenever you saw her the one where she has like the frizzy white perm and like
Bro, I don't even know. I checked out like 3 songs and I was like, oh no.
She's got a couple good old songs, and then her newest album, Daddy's Home, has a couple decent songs. Mass Seduction, couple decent songs.
Maybe I'll have to retry.
She's always on the cutting edge, you know. She's making the weird shit so that people can make it more basic and make it better, you know.
True.
Make it more easily digestible.
What were your recent listenings?
Yep. Phoebe Bridgers' new Christmas single, cover of a Tom Waits song, Day After Tomorrow. Very, very good. I love it so much.
I love that movie.
It is a good movie, but very different than the song.
That movie is so weird.
It's a goofy movie, but
it's still entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great like TNT, like a daytime movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one where you're not really mad about the commercials that they put into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my family and I always had a running joke that either that or Hancock with Will Smith, either one of those movies was always on TV, just on a different channel somewhere. If you just scrolled through the guide, you would find it. Yeah. But anyways, great song, Phoebe Bridgers cover. I liked it so much that I checked out some of Tom Waits' older music. I think his first album is supposed to be his most digestible. And like it was really good actually. I actually liked it a lot. But some of his like later stuff is just wild, like weird instruments, weird rhythms. And that's what I've heard about him. Okay, so like I might just stop with that first album and just enjoy that, you know. But Band of Horses, new single, pretty good. I don't know if you listened to it when I sent it to you, Jamie, but it's better than the other single that I know you didn't like that much. I'll have to
try it out. I'm just telling you, every time I listen to him, I want The Funeral.
And
it's never The Funeral.
It's no The Funeral, but it is more low key, and I like it.
I'll have to try it out.
Yeah, but of course, Hiss and Isbell, and a little bit of Marvin Gaye, and also some Big Thief as well. And that's about it.
Oh, so Marvin Gaye, you have a date this week?
I don't. I just love what's going on. That whole album. I just love it. I wasn't listening to no horny Marvin Gaye. Just
regular Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, just like societally conceptual Marvin Gaye singing about the hardships of the 70s, you know. No, let's get it on. Just Marvin Gaye, get it on. Just what's going on. Different song, different vibe. No. But yeah, that's it.
Makes sense. Nice. Well, my brain just kind of froze.
It was a barn burner.
That's it for the Listen Up podcast.
Yeah, we just wanted to say thanks for listening this week, and remember to tune in next week where we are going to be taking a look at Decoration Day by the Drive-By Truckers. Be sure to listen to it as much as you want. You can kind of mentally have your own thoughts. I always say that, but your thoughts are in your mental.
Yeah.
But so you can mentally join in the discussion with us while we discuss the album. If you want, you can also join in the discussion by throwing a comment about your thoughts on this week's episode on YouTube or Instagram. Or if you want, you can also tweet them at us. We're on Twitter at ListUpPodcast and Instagram at ListenUpPod. And those accounts, as well as our personal handles, are going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode. Make sure to give one or both of those accounts a follow so that you can see any updates or announcements regarding the show that we make, because that's where we make them. We also ask, if you enjoyed this episode and you feel like we've earned it, if you wanted to throw a rating or review on your respective platform our way, that would be much appreciated, but not required. Other than that, for now, we'll catch you next week, and remember to listen up.